fellow, come on, man, I'm not dumb. A fellow pervert, because Jeremy didn't cross one single boundary that any boundary I set, he has said, okay. Every boundary. I have felt safe with all of my boundaries. He has not one time made me feel unsafe with any of my boundaries. He has never once talked about his penis without my consent. Well, he hasn't talked about his penis, but you know what I'm saying? Like, never. You did. The screenshots will be posted. Like, what do you mean by fellow what? I would like to know what you're a fellow of, because you and Jeremy are nothing alike. This conversation makes it very clear. And same with the screenshots of, I could screenshot conversations with Jeremy that are healing, empowering, kind, uplifting, and the screenshots with you are, oof. I don't sit around making fun of Fairhaven kids. I don't sit around making fun of people in general. I don't go on this whatever Facebook group they have and I don't tear down people. I don't do that. I used to do that. I used to be friends with Stephanie Johnson, and when Tabitha went through a nasty breakup, we did this like Facebook page making fun of the other girl that he cheated on her with, and honestly I regret it. I regret that all the time. It's one of the biggest things that I hate that I did, and that I took part with it. And you know, to this day, they're not people, they've never matured past the point of whatever. And the karma's going to hit, and maybe it already has, but it's not worth it to me. I'd rather just be kind. Again, like I said before, I have no hate towards any of these people, nor ill will towards any of these people, but the lies. I believe with my whole heart, of dirt on Naomi. And Naomi has been pretty vocal in the past about what Darcel did in those text messages. And so I think that is, and I did call him out publicly, by the way. Now, it did get mentioned recently in a live when Steven Alvarado and I did that live, because he was laughing about it, because he still thinks that's so funny that I did that. And a lot of people actually still think it's funny because of how I went about it. But I didn't make a live video about it. I didn't, anything. I just called him out because he was just being a perv online. He wasn't, he never asked, he never sent a dick pic. Okay. That was a rumor going around. I never said that. Okay. I never said that he was a pedophile. He's not a pedophile. I never said that he did ask for photos, and he did try to sleep with me, and I have the screenshots. And after he told me it was going to be the best dick of my life, I stopped responding. I think I said that earlier in the messages, but I said it again, and I have no problem posting it because I'm done fighting. I am done fighting. But anyways, I do feel bad for Sharon, because I think it was mixed with, ooh, we get dirt on Naomi, and I can make sure this guy's not getting hurt. But the problem is she wasn't realizing how close Jeremy and I was. So he was not going to open up to her when she was coming at it the way she was in his inbox. And so he was just like, I'm fine, leave me alone, nothing's wrong, and no, Naomi and I aren't sleeping together. And she was just like, listen, no one was willing to believe us. No one was willing to believe us. And she was just like, I just want the tea, because I don't want her being able to say anything about my brother. We got this documentary coming out, and I don't know what all was said. And so pretty much, I don't care about any of this. I can't even stand Naomi. I just want the tea on her. And Jeremy was like, okay, well, there's no tea. Bye. So the phone call ended. So then I go and I make a video saying, don't mention any names, saying, hey, not okay. You don't get to call the person I'm helping right now and try to get dirt on me because you want to keep me quiet about what your little brother did 10 or 11 years ago. And I was like, not okay. Didn't say any names. She then went on Facebook, posted what she did, calling me a Jezebel, saying I'm destroying their marriage. How can I destroy a marriage that has already been violently destroyed long before I even came into the picture? Okay. This is not anyone in his personal life. I mean, there are people who are professionals that work alongside him in a lot of his entities who were like, it is about damn time. Like, how did it take you this long? Holy crap. Keep going. And because she didn't just harass me, she harassed a bunch of people in his world too. It was intense. So I did not destroy their marriage. And then Sharon put the reactive abuse or the reactive outlet or whatever it is and use that against you to hold you hostage. And that's exactly what's going on. And it's all in writing. It's all in writing. That's the crazy part, is when someone is so not okay with their mental health that they're willing to put this level of crazy in writing, well, you just can't help but, you have to stand up to it. You can't just back down. It's the next person, or it's the next person. And I've never been one to really just back down. And Cynthia, I love you too. I thank you. Yes, go to get some rest. But yes, so the level of text messages, I think I had to do all of this. It ended up being, I think it was over 200. And the phone calls were hundreds, absolute hundreds. And then the amount of messages to other people was ridiculous. I mean, I don't even know if the full extent of that damage. And, you know, the McCoys, I really, truly believe Charmaine, Faith, even Sharon, I think Darcel was even lied to be honest. I think Darcel's reaction was because he was basing it off of false truths. He's following it off a narrative Ruthie's giving him, which is not the truth. He's following it off of a narrative that Robbie Hammond is giving as well, and that's not the truth. So you have two people feeding false stuff to someone who wants dirt on Naomi, because Naomi's the one that calls out all the dirt, and it just runs with it. And honestly, even to give Robbie the out, you know, and I'm always the person to give everyone outs, but I kept telling Jeremy, like, fix your marriage. Like, can you fix it? Because I kind of understood where she was coming from at first, because the stuff she was accusing him of, but then he's like, it's not true though. And I was like, oh, because I was like, if you did this, like, no wonder why she's crazy. You know, I'd be crazy too if you put me through this. And he's like, I didn't do that. And then you kind of like watch it all play out. And when you ask for the receipts, they're never there. I have receipts. So if you want to know if I stole money, all you have to do is come ask me for the receipts, because you can see how much was raised and you can see how much was spent. And you can see exactly where it went. I have nothing to hide. And if you are wondering about like the stuff with my family, just, you know, I'm sure, I mean, Tammy's probably really busy, but, you know, I have no doubt in my mind that if you know her and you're friends with her, she would love someone to just trauma dump to, who she can just be like, listen, this is what I went through, and just validate, you know, and